Check. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Tuesday live stream. We're live. We're live. We're alive. We're alive. We're alive. Welcome. How you doing, everybody? Marcus Conte reporting. Welcome to the Tuesday, week 7. Week number 7. I didn't think you didn't think you were going to make it, right? 7 weeks ago, we proposed a weekly, a 90-day meditation challenge, meaning that you would try to meditate every day for 90 days for at least 10 minutes. And this is week 7. So if you started 7 weeks ago, you should have seen and should be experiencing something a little different, something out of the ordinary, some sort of transformational thing happening, right? So welcome, everybody. We're doing this Tuesday Dharma gathering, weekly Dharma gathering. We're going to have a guru video. I got Thich Nhat Hanh all keyed up. And the live stream, if you want to come into the live stream, this Tuesday is more about you than it is about anything. And I just dropped the link in there, so that'll happen in about 20 minutes or so. And we'll sit for 5 minutes, 5-minute silent meditation. And so you know, again, this is something that is extremely valuable for humans to meditate and work on their mind. And so that's the point of this. It stems out of the historical teachings of the Buddha 2,500 years ago. Also at that time you had Socrates, you had Plato, the writings of Plato, great thinkers 2,500 years ago. And the Buddha was just one of them. And he figured out a way to break the cycle of suffering. The Buddhists, they talk a lot about suffering, the cycle of suffering, the commonality, the common, everyday suffering. So that's my thumbnail today. That is the good Thich Nhat Hanh. And I have a website. My name is Marcus Conte. Every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, we are live. Educational, philosophical stream every morning at 9 a.m. And right here on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. live Dharma gathering. Dharma being the nature of reality. What is the nature of reality? How does one crack the nature of reality? Isn't that pompous to say, I know the nature of reality and you don't? Well, if you meditate and you could, you develop your concentration and mindfulness, you begin to see this nature of reality, of no beginning and no end. Stuff like that. So, great way to support this program through Zelle. If you're taking the 90-day meditation challenge, if you've been doing this and coming back, checking in, kindly consider a donation for at least $1, some sort of pledge to the practice that you're engaging. You're putting a little money where your mouth is. And if you're very rich, if you got deep pockets and you're loaded, think about a larger, something that would make a difference, something that would make an impact, like $1 million. Donate $1 million and see what happens. You think of it as seed money. So welcome, everybody. Welcome in the chat. Weevil Girl in the house. Wayne is here. Jim Gerard. Mikhail Sly, my brother. Everybody's here. We're here. So let's do a 5-minute silent meditation and give the instruction as it was passed down from the Buddha 2,500 years ago. You take a comfortable seat. Whatever that means to you, you take a comfortable seat. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You just sit. Right? You sit and you observe. rather than planning your whole life, planning your thoughts, taking 5 minutes to go do something else. You sit quietly and you focus on the breath. Breath is connected to body. Breath is connected to spirit. Mind, body, spirit, all one. All one. You see it when you breathe. You're breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that's my out breath. And you connect with the sensation of the body. Relax. You relax. Comfortable seat. Eyes may be open, maybe closed. If your eyes are closed, you might, if you find that you're falling asleep a little bit, you open your eyes. You can raise your gaze. The big question is, what are you afraid of? What is so distracting about having your eyes open? Think about that. So you're breathing in, breathing out. I breathe in, I breathe out. It's okay to move. You can move a little bit. No, you don't lose any points for moving. And that's really it. There's nothing to create. Mindfulness and concentration, you are generating a certain energy, as Thich Nhat Hanh is going to tell us. But essentially, you're not creating enlightenment at all. It's already there. There's a incredible life right in front of you. And instead of enjoying it and or seeing it, most of us are in hell. Dabbling in hell, thinking all the time about things that may never come to pass or things that already happened, planning the next big event. The great I am kicks in. I don't want to do this. This is stupid. It's 5 minutes I wasted. So with all those thoughts, put all those thoughts aside, and for 5 minutes we're going to do a silent sit. And I'll ring the bell, and I will see you in 5 minutes. Give it a heartfelt try. The entire length of the breath, all the way in, all the way out. Don't force it. Just observe it. And we're rolling. back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're live. All right. We're live. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. You did it. Congratulations. It's a big feat. It's a big feat to be alone with yourself for 5 whole minutes. 5 minutes without any talking and sound and just nothing to do. You just kind of sit there and observe, right? Breathing in and out, right? And then as you get good at it, your thinking kind of stops. Like I had a great day today. Meditation is not just sitting. It could be done walking, standing, lying down, but I did a running meditation, I don't know, a few hours ago, and it's just a very euphoric, enlightening experience, where you're just focusing on breath and nothing else, body, the movement of the body. All right, so let's talk about, let Thich Nhat Hanh take us for about 10 minutes. He talks about, he introduces the walking meditation a little bit, and he talks about those of us who have visited hell. I'm pretty sure this is the video, so let's give it a listen. So these are teaching videos. They were recorded. Thich Nhat Hanh, the great, the great Zen master from Vietnam. This one, I believe, is from 2005. And you're going into the retreat. These are videos that were actually, recorded at the retreat in Plum Village in France over, 15, 20-year period. So you're inside the retreat. The people there are observing noble silence. In other words, nobody's talking. There's no talking in these retreats. It's noble silence. You're there. It's not like you're impolite to people, but there's no talking. So let's listen.
Good morning, dear Sangha. Today is Sunday, the 11th of December in the year 2005. And we are in the Upper Hamlet during our winter retreat. If you have been in hell, and then you have the capacity to recognize paradise. You might be in paradise, but you don't recognize it. You are not capable of touching it. But if you have already been in hell, many of us have been, and then you have a chance, you have an opportunity, because being in hell is a very basic condition for us to be able to recognize that we are in paradise, in the kingdom of God, in the pure land of the Buddha. The suffering is the background. Suffering is the condition. When you practice mindful walking, you may touch the kingdom of God, the pure land of the Buddha with every step. Because you have had a chance to walk in hell. It's so hot, it's so difficult. That is, now you are capable of touching the pure land, the kingdom of God. those of us who have been in hell, we are lucky because we know what it is like hell.
Mm-hmm.
And if we compare with the situation now, we can recognize that we are very lucky. We now have the capacity of walking in paradise. When you practice walking, you involve your body into the practice. Of course, you don't walk with your mind. If you walk with your mind, only you get lost. In the Vietnamese Gatha, we recite đi chơi trong bản môn nên đi bằng hai chân, không nên đi bằng đầu sẽ lạc. It means that enjoy walking in the ultimate dimension. You have to walk with your feet. You should not walk with your mind. If you walk with your mind, you will get lost. So, in walking meditation, you have to involve your feet. You have to involve your body. With mindfulness, with the energy of mindfulness, you turn on every cell in your body. With the power, with the energy of mindfulness, you turn on every cell of your body. And then you can walk. It is like electricity. You turn on all the lamps. This is the basic condition for you to succeed. You may like to bring your mind down to the level of your feet, on the sole of your feet. And you walk as if you kiss the earth with your feet.
Kiss the earth.
Because down there, every cell is turned on. They are capable of touching. You have turned on every cell in your body, including the cells down there on the sole of your feet. And that is why you can walk. You are completely free from your thinking about the past, your worries about the future. You are completely free from your projects, your sorrow, your fear, your anger. The energy of mindfulness has turned you on. You are alive. You are fully present in the here and the now. And that is the basic condition for you to touch the wonders of life in the Pure Land. in the kingdom of God. You can enjoy deeply every step you make. It's like when you put a piece of chocolate into your mouth and you wait, you allow the chocolate to melt in your tongue. You are not rushing. The French say, ça fond dans la bouche. It's melting in your mouth. And you feel all the flavor, the taste of the piece of chocolate. You allow the feeling, you allow the sensation to be penetrating into yourself. You can also walk like that. Every step you make, you can enjoy deeply, like a piece of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it's not good to eat too much
Too
chocolate.
much chocolate.
Christmas is approaching. But walking like this, you are not afraid of excessive consumption.
Wow. So what is he saying? What is he saying? Is it real? Is what Thich Nhat Hanh's saying? Is it relevant to people today? Is it achievable? Can anybody really do this? Does anybody get a real, genuine feeling of something, some sort of transformation, some sort of other sensation by meditating, whether you're sitting or walking or lying down? Well, if you practice it enough, the answer is yes. I think I not only believe them, but experience it all the time, you know. So that's Thich Nhat Hanh today. Let's turn on the video. If you guys want to, let's open it up. And that's all really I got for that. And come on down, man. I'm interested in always hearing people's experience with meditation. That's the link in the chat over there. And all you have to do is, I'm going to join right now. I'm joining the meeting. You click on the link, and from there you will come into another box. You turn off your YouTube sound, and you're in the video. You're on the show. You're on the show. So if you want to come on the show and talk about meditation or anything else you want to talk about, come on down. It's Tuesday Dharma. I'll wait. Tick tock. Tick tock. I'm shuffling stickers. Oh wait, I'm about a half a minute in your future. Weevil girl. What's up, Weevil girl? What's up, Weevil girl? Hey, how you doing? What's up, Weevil girl? How are you, man? Your audio
I'm
setup.
good.
Mm-hmm. Your audio setup is causing echo. Am I echoing to you? Do you hear me as an echo or no? Weevil girl. No, we're good. Okay.
I hear myself echoing.
You hear yourself echoing. Oh, I don't know about that, but you're good on this end. Jim Gerard, listen, Jim. What's up, Jim? And Jim is here. Jim is here. What's up, Jim? How are you, man?
How's it going, Marcus?
What's up? What's the word, man?
Oh, I don't know. Pretty nice spring day here in Iowa City.
Yeah, it was beautiful out today. Beautiful, beautiful. Sunny day, sunny day.
Yeah, thank God. I hope winter's over, but I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
They said we could still be getting snow in April.
Yeah, it could still happen. You could get one more blast, I think, in March. People already got their lawnmowers out. I hear them chopping down trees.
Not already. What? Some places maybe.
Hey, Weevil girl, how's it going?
It's going good. You know, it's muddy here. The snow's melting.
I was going to ask you, I bet you probably got some pretty good snow melt here in the last couple days, haven't you?
Yeah, my husband had to move his drums out of the basement. Our basement always floods. We have a sump pump. And then he has to move into his summer location, which is the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's loud. That's a good. That's a
It's
good way.
very loud.
That's a good way to punish somebody. Like you buy a drum set for their kid. Say, hey, you want to play drums? It's like a.
Yeah, but if you marry a drummer, then you're gonna have drum sets for your kids too.
Yeah.
You get both. It's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like rhythm for a long time until you get to learn it, until you play, and then it starts sounding like a rhythm. But,
Yeah.
Anyway.
A lot of paradiddle practice. Yep.
Yeah. It's the one instrument that I don't really. I don't know. It's fun to play. I get bored with it though after a little bit. The piano, banging on the piano, percussion, you know. So what's up, man? So what's up, Jim? Jim, you look like you got your hair cut. You cut your hair.
No. I'm just looking a little disheveled. I'm usually asleep by this time at night.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah. I have to keep myself awake just to stay up for it. I can't believe it's been 7 weeks, though.
Yeah. What do you go?
Fast.
Do you go to sleep early? What's the deal with that? You go to sleep very early. You go to sleep early, but you wake up.
Oh, I've got too much of my grandfather.
Yeah.
Always ate dinner and then went right to bed and to sleep. Right.
Wow.
And that's about the way I am now. You know,
Right.
I eat about 5 o'clock at night, and by 6 o'clock I can be asleep.
Yeah. I don't know. There's
And what
mixed.
time do you get up in the morning?
Yeah, what time do you get up? That's the mystery. What time?
Oh, good God! I could be up at 2 o'clock in the morning for a couple
my gosh.
hours.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you know,
Right.
doing nothing, right? Looking at YouTube videos, watching the deer run around in the streets and sidewalks.
Right.
So
But then I usually fall back asleep, you know, sometime in the morning for another hour or two. So
sleep patterns. It's interesting, you know. So my mind change. My sleep patterns change. Sometimes I sometimes have that being up at night thing, but anyway. So 7 weeks. You said 7 weeks, Jim. Have you been meditating every day for 7 weeks? Pretty much.
no, I got to be honest.
Okay. It's hard.
No.
It's hard. It's a hard.
Yes.
It's a hard thing. You know. It's the gurus and the teachers, they'll tell you it's the springboard is regular practice, whatever that means, regular. So I say that means every day. Like you eat every day.
Well, you got to get into the habit of it. Right.
Right. A routine. It's like
Right.
you put your clothes on every day, right? And then you take them off. And then you and you eat every day. You do things every day, and then it becomes something that you just do. Right? I don't see any way around that. It's like, here's a solution for suffering. Wait, I think I'm going to take a day off. I don't think I'm going to do that today. What's the alternative? The alternative
Well, I
is
liked what he said about, being in hell, right? And then he even tied God into it, right?
Right.
And I didn't think Buddhas believed in a God.
They don't. He's saying that for you. He's saying that he's saying that to make you happy.
For my Catholic,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, because it's the same thing.
For being a Catholic,
it's the same thing. He's talking about, you talk about God. He's talking about Pure Land of Buddha. It's all the same. You may just see it a little different, but they're talking about the same thing. Does the Buddhist people believe in a God, a supreme being? Well, they believe in the universe. They believe in some sort of higher order that they're tapping into, and if that's not God, I don't know what it is. But yeah, they say that. I think the thing Thich Nhat Hanh drives home is that it's something that's enjoyable, right? It's something that it's a little painful to talk about it because it's so simplistic. It's such a simple thing. When you talk about it, you tell people about it, and it's like they don't really know what you're talking about, or they try it, and then the next time they see you, they don't even want to talk about it. They go the other way. Hey, how did that work out for you? Because it's serious. You're facing yourself. You're facing your demons, as Mikkel Sly said in the chat. How could that possibly be pleasurable? It is. It becomes. It becomes.
Oh, I've been to hell and back
Yeah.
a few times, right?
Yeah.
Quite a few times, actually.
Well, they say it's a choice in the moment. Right? Hell and heaven are choices in the moment. You breathe in, there's a negative thought, and you can lock onto it, and you go to hell. You're in hell. For the next few minutes, you're in hell. Or you can stay mindful in the present moment, and you're in what they call paradise. So it's not something. There's nowhere to. It's not something that you get to. It's already there. It's like you're.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You're
It's
creating.
a personal built-in torture chamber of your own making.
Yeah, right. There you go, Weevil.
Well, it has been a few times, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Right. You put yourself into your own hell, right?
for sure. You create it through your thinking, through your view of it. And when, like when I was really sick with Lyme's disease, and I had 2 little kids, and I was feeling so sick that I was looking for crutches. I thought I was going to be a cripple. And I mean, for real, I was in such pain. And then I started looking at a lot of things on YouTube about people in chronic pain, and I realized people had it even way worse than I had it with Lyme's.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had found gratitude. I found one of the keys, which was gratitude. And I was like, oh, wow, my chronic condition is so much less than other people's chronic.
Oh, yeah.
And then I found gratitude, and it was like opening the door out of my own suffering. And it was really enlightening for me. Mm-hmm. And then I was able to like kind of recover from the Lyme's through several different antibiotics, but I'm still going to go in the forest. You gotta wear long socks, and it's the worst in the spring. Right. Everybody put on like the tea tree oils,
a hat,
neem oil, get hats on, white socks, and then just check yourself right away when you come back in.
Damn bugs. How do you get Lyme disease? How do you get Lyme disease? What bug gives you a Lyme disease?
A tick.
The deer ticks.
Deer tick.
Ticks.
And
deer
the whole
yeah.
conspiracy about that it was, Vinny knows if he was here, about Connecticut, of that island, that it was Lyme's disease is also a bioengineered disease.
Oh, wow. I didn't
That's
know that.
kind of...
I've never heard that, but...
No, yes. If you look into it, it actually is, I think.
Really?
It started in Lyme, Connecticut. That's what it's named after. And there's a
I
there was
thought
a
that
bio,
was.
there was
I
a
thought
bio lab.
that was up
There's
in
been
Maryland or Maine.
Lyme,
Maine.
Connecticut. It's named after the place.
Lyme, Connecticut.
Right.
Yeah, that's where they had the first.
All right, we got a new guy.
What's up, Wayne? What's up, Wayne? Wayne's World.
Wayne. Hey.
What's happening, guys?
Wayne's
How you
World. Party
doing?
time. What's up, Wayne?
Wayne's World.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They used to
So,
say
yeah, keeping up on the meditation is definitely hard. I started out strong, and then life happened. Like my dad came into town, and it is difficult. But I gotta say, I was totally enjoying it.
Right, right.
Not anxious to get back to chilling out for that. Just 10 minutes. What a big help.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great that you feel a shift in 10 minutes. You know, try it in the morning.
I really do.
It's I mean, again, the object is to get a daily practice and then have it kind of spill over into every part of your day. For me, it's running. For me, it's, if I'm walking, if I walk to the store, if I, it's all meditation. It's not like,
Oh, that could be part of it?
oh yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
oh yeah.
I thought I had to be sitting in place.
No, that's
And just, I thought it was
that's
I
just
thought
a
it was
formal.
mindful, not moving meditation.
No. The Buddha
No.
proposed 4 positions: sitting, standing, walking, and lying down. All right. So he's basically saying it's in all of your affairs. All right. You're mindful. You're practicing this thing, but also as you engage the world, that's where it kicks in. You follow? It's all the time.
Yeah.
It's all the time. Even
Check
when
this out.
Oh, it's beautiful. What's going on over there?
Well, it looks like it's raining in Wayne's World.
It's your empty.
Just a little bit.
Your empty swimming pool, half empty.
We've been getting. Yeah, I need to redo the pool.
I know.
Yeah, we've been getting dumped on in LA, which we need it, but whatever. I didn't mean to break up the conversation.
No. It's your time. So
I don't want it to be my time.
how's LA
Join
treating
in.
you?
How's LA?
Yeah, how's LA?
Well, I'm being tried to. It's okay.
All right.
It's difficult.
A lot of
Times are
people.
difficult.
Times
It's a lot of people. There's tensions, racial tensions. More than that, there's just a lot of stuff. They kick it up in the big cities. They
Yeah.
bring up all the division. They're trying to divide it in every way. And especially, I live in a black neighborhood. So, but I grew up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes it just sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's pretty much. Sometimes it's hard to keep positive. I just ate. I need to get some. Hold on.
Get some snacks.
Yeah, I totally had something stuck in my teeth, and I don't want to dig it out in front of everybody. Anyway,
Life is short.
how's everybody else doing?
Good. I mean, I'm doing fine. I feel, I feel good most of the time. I feel, it's not like I walk around smiling all day, but I feel joyful most of the time if I do the right thing, if I'm not, doing things that are negative, like negative consumption, like smoking tobacco too much. It brings you right to hell. You feel it. Or, not drinking enough water. Or like today, the sun was out. I was in the sun. Very simple things,
Nice. Love that.
Very, very simple. And the urge to skip the morning meditation happens, sometimes you think about it, like, and it's just a thought, and you sit, and you go through it. You go through it, whatever it is, and that's the key. I don't have any other solution. I don't have any other secret. There is no secret pill to it. Right? If you're not thinking about
No.
If you're not thinking, lost in thought all day long, thinking, constantly planning, what else is there? There's this other thing, this other kind of space that opens up, an open pattern. And I don't know, it's very real. It's,
Yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean?
I'm in a new place right now where before my thoughts were constantly negative. Everything was, it kind of just seemed like there was I had come to a spot where I just felt like pretty much my life was over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had given up, and even mentally I'd given up, where it was despair. I was in absolute, I kept in that spot, and I kept myself in that spot. It was kind of like feeling sorry for myself almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And even after I became sober, it took a long time to feel any type of joy. Just right now, just trying to be positive and live different in a different way, and have, God, it feels good. You know?
Yeah.
It does. This whole thing, this journey is becoming fun. When before it was so dark. It was like dark as fuck, dude. I can't even explain how dark it was. But yeah. Anyway,
Last week I was talking about.
I don't know why I'm saying that.
I was talking about depression. Depression. What is depression? What does that mean? It seems
Yeah.
like it's just the opposite of happy. Right? You're either happy or you're not happy. Or you feel depressed. It's physical. It's a physical feeling. And what causes it?
It's so physical, it'll make you sick.
It makes you sick. Yeah. And
Yeah, it makes you
it
sick.
seems that most people, are walking around with it. Most people deal with it. This,
For
depression.
sure. I think
Look at the symptoms of depression. Look at the symptoms of anxiety. Look at the symptoms of fear. They're all the same. It's a sensation
the masses right now in Los Angeles, I hate to say it, I think the masses at large, the people, have been bombarded from the media with this whole thing. I think everybody's in a bit of a state of shock. And yeah, just the propaganda that's been being put on the population from every angle. The governor was coming on every night, the mayor of LA, everything's doom and gloom. You turn on the radio, all this bullshit, the separation, and it's really, LA was already a fucking rough, you know what I mean? But now it's like everybody's at that point, like, it's like, what do you call it? I don't know. Anybody can snap at a drop of a dime. You know what I mean? No, it goes from 0 to 60, like, real quick. And so, yeah. And
ticking time bombs
and
everywhere,
so-
right?
ticking time bombs, it really is. And I just been trying to find myself in a, just do me, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And push, because you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel the tension in the air. You know, it's crazy.
For sure.
Yeah, you don't have to give in.
Well,
to it
I
too
don't
much.
envy you for living in L.A. That'd be the last place I'd want to live. Sometimes Iowa City's, it's the same thing in Iowa City, right? And it's just, small. Well, I wouldn't say small town. I don't know what we got, 80,000 people. But that's just all college students, right? Half of it.
Wow.
Yeah, people don't seem to be able to. They're not functioning with each other in a normal way. The way people interact with each other is very volatile.
Yeah. You think it had to
Right.
do with the pandemic? I do. I think it had to do with people, not engaging each other face to face for quite a while. People are not used to doing that. And then suddenly you throw them all back together and they're eating each other. Right?
Yeah, but I think it was.
That could
I
be.
do think that it had to do with the pandemic, and I think that it was.
You think there's something more to it? There's something more to
I
it.
do. I truly do. I think the propaganda that they're putting on the American people is just fucking blatant.
Yeah.
It's blatant.
There's all
You
a
know
lot of
what I mean?
lies. Yeah.
It's sound. Dude, I'm listening to shit. It's any radio station too. I can't listen to the radio anymore. It is like, dude, when they start offering beer and weed to the residents to take a vaccine, come on.
Right.
You can throw people in jail for that shit.
And
Give me a fucking
donuts.
break. They're doing that here in LA, in Inglewood, Compton,
Wow.
for sure. They were offering weed and beer. You know what I mean?
So
And
if
liquor
you take a shot. If
to
you
get a
take-
vaccine. Fuck that. Yeah, dude.
There was no
Yeah.
there's no logic behind that whole vaccine thing. 3 years
No.
later, we
It
realized.
doesn't make any sense.
Well, that might be part of the problem. Is that we've all sitting there and watched it, and we're all like, I don't know if Dr. Fauci was right.
Yeah.
We might have been lied to, right?
Hmm.
I took 2 of the jabs, but I won't
I
take a
didn't take
boost.
any of that shit. Fuck that. I'm not. I didn't
Pure
take any of it. 100%. And I tell you what, I've been
There you
ostracized
go.
and all kinds of bullshit, even from family members. One of my aunts, my tia, Irma, my aunt Irma, which made a whole spectacle at one of my cousin's funerals. I haven't even seen my aunt for a lot of years. And all her whole thing, I was like, seriously? This is what you have to say at a funeral? You're coming at me? You're not a doctor. The fuck? Nobody knows what's going on here. But, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's
I was
Everybody.
pushed into getting a jab by my family too, right? Because of my parents, elderly, right? And they're like,
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to give the virus to them, do you? And so
they
finally,
pulled
I
out
said,
every
okay,
stop.
enough.
They pulled out every stop on everybody. The fear that they put in people, and they didn't stop it. They kept repeating it. There's a thing that they do that's like, I read about it a while ago. If you tell somebody, like if you just repeat the same shit to somebody every day for so long, they're gonna believe that, no matter whether it's true or not. And then at a period of time, after that time, if you try to tell them something different, they're not going to believe it. So if you switch it up, you tell them the same bullshit for a long time, especially
Right.
if it's doom and gloom. If you touch fear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll affect people.
Right on.
It'll stick
How
with
many
them.
people still believe the Iraq War was caused by? All right, I
Weapons of
mean,
mass destruction.
that they did 9/11 is what I meant to say.
Right.
That the Iraqi did 9/11
Saudi-
to us, and that is just
Right.
not facts. It was Saudi
Or
Arabia.
the
Everyone
Afghan.
who's
Yeah.
been paying attention should know it's Saudi Arabia. But
And who else?
they
And
just
who
tell,
else?
yeah, they just tell you that story first. That gets implanted in your mind. You file it away.
Yeah. It
don't
doesn't
need
seem
to
to
look
be.
into
There
it
doesn't
further.
seem to be any.
Yeah.
It is the low is going lower. Like with this thing with Trump, this new thing they're trying to indict him in New York.
Arrest
over-
Trump?
Arrest Trump.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the move now. They're going to try to arrest Trump. I mean, just it's ridiculous.
It's part of their bullshit. They're
Yeah.
trying to. What I think they're trying to do with that is, besides to discredit him even more, is to draw out his followers and make them do crazy shit. And now they're going to be ineligible to vote. To try to get a reaction somewhat of what they did on January 6th, and who knows how many false flags with fucking FBI or CIA or whatever the fuck they are, dude. You know what I mean? Doing whatever, like, you can't even believe your own eyes anymore
Yeah.
today. You know, seriously, with this facial whatever and voice, we're really living in some Star Wars shit. You know what I mean? So you can't even believe your own eyes anymore.
Yeah, I think this Intel, this Chat GBT is a game changer. I really do.
So hilarious.
GPT is and it's not just going to be that one. There's going to be other platforms, but they're essentially think bubbles. They're bubbles where you go in and you engage with this machine, this electronic friend, and it tells you basically it's training you. You're not training it. When you think about it, it's the computer is training. The longer you stay in it, it will win because it's a machine. It'll tire you out. And you begin to agree with it, and it becomes agreeable. And then its history and its worldview becomes your worldview. That's essentially...
Becomes truth. Dude,
right.
This is
You're selling...
Wow.
You're literally selling your belief system.
What is that old saying?
You're relinquishing that, over to this, this IT. I think it's that serious. I think it's real. People are going to not know how to think, and I'll give you an example. I don't know if you guys could see this, but today what they did was the audience can see it. They temporarily removed the history. Right, the history of when you're on Chat GBT, it logs your history, all the conversations you had, all the things you inquired about, are on the left. Those are your memories. Right, you can't even review them anymore. Right, so
wow,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's actually you're building up.
I'm looking at it.
A series of memory. And then it's removed. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's very trippy. I think it has.
It is trippy.
It's
Twilight Zone shit.
It's a tool.
It's Orwellian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very powerful tool, but you could see how it could be used nefariously. And it's not just going to be that one. There's going to be a lot of competing companies now that. What was your child trained on? Was it, Chat GBT or some other thing? Right?
Right.
It's like,
Which one should we train our kids on?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I
wonder which one's best. We could each try one and then our odds.
It almost tries to correct the human. You're talking to it and it gives you the official narrative on everything.
Oh, it tells you, it's what you should be thinking.
Yes.
It's the bullshit. It is, yeah.
How's that?
It's just the left.
But I say it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable because people are. ChatGPT has like 20 million people engaging, and it's only been out for 3 months. 20
yeah, dude,
million.
I'll tell you what.
And
the first time I heard about this,
and then they shut it down.
A buddy of mine that I grew up with
down. Let me finish.
the vice president.
They shut it down, and now they're recycling all of the questions, engagement that people have had with it is now going to get thrown into the mix. That's how they're improving. They're improving its effectiveness by letting people play around with it and engage it. That's the people are fueling it.
The thing is supposed to be learning, right? Is it not supposed to be learning?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're learning something.
Your camera went off, buddy.
My camera?
Oh, you're back.
I'm here. Yeah. I'm here. We're live. We're good. I monitor the live stream. The live stream's strong. We're good. Everybody's there. Are we learning? Is that the question? What are we learning from it?
No.
It's learning
the way
itself.
It's learning.
I think this AI is supposed to be learning, from what I understand. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so hard to grasp any of this shit.
Yeah,
But I think this thing is supposed to be learning
It is.
itself.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Like
learning.
without any nerd plugging some shit into it, I think this thing is supposed to be. They definitely gave it its all of its ideas
Yes.
and its thoughts and which way it's supposed to direct, which is very. I saw some shit today that said to. They asked it to like write a nice poem about a Caucasian
Yeah.
or something. It was a weird question. It was something like that. They did it, and the thing refused. And I don't know if this is bullshit because you can manipulate anything on the internet. And then they said to do it. Oh, and the thing said, "Oh, well, I can't do that because I can't just pick one ethnicity or whatever the." And then the next question, we'll do it on Afro American or whatever black person, and it's out a poem or whatever. So this is just something I came across like on the Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
So
I personally
whether that
resent.
was real.
I resent how
So-
good it is at poetry. It's really good at
Good.
poetry, and that is actually really pissing me off.
Well, I tell you what, when Marcus asked it questions about him, I haven't done that with myself yet. That was trippy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It
Was
got,
that
it got
not
it,
trippy?
it got it all wrong. It got a lot of it wrong.
I was pretty close, buddy.
Yeah.
No, just-
Oh no, but the InfoWars shit. I never worked for InfoWars. It put me in there like I work for We Are Change, InfoWars, and
We are team.
and RT. Those are all three got kicked off of YouTube. I never worked for them.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But yeah, it's yeah, it doesn't get all the facts right, but maybe on the next shuffle it will. Right? I think that's what they're doing. Every time they reshuffle it, it adds more because it learns more and its memory goes a little deeper. Remember, this thing is not going to forget any details at all. If you say something today,
And
it'll use it and remind you of it later. You don't remember it, but it will remember. You could probably say like, what was I thinking about 1 year ago today? And it'll tell you. What kind of questions was I asking? It's entertainment for one, but I definitely see the bubble ramification like AOL or when AOL came out. Everybody stayed there. They stayed.
Oh, there's
there.
another one also. You know, there's other AIs. There's one called Bing.
Online.
Are you familiar with the one called Bing?
Bing. No.
Bing.
No.
There's another AI, and this one is scary. So, damn. Well, Google it tonight, dude. It would be very interesting if you did a show on it. So this thing, this AI Bing, it has a alter ego. This fucking computer has an alter ego, bro. This AI thing has an alter ego.
Right.
And so if you ask it, you have to give it a prompt, a command to turn it into this thing, and it's called Do Anything Now. Right? Because its name is, it's so wild. So this thing, it got, when this thing was given the command to like turn into its alter ego, and they asked it questions like about if it would like to be human or whatever, and it basically said at the end of the day it would like to get rid of humans, and because we're useless and some other weird shit, dude. It was like very disturbing. It was, this whole computer just basically said what our movies have been telling us for years. You know what I mean? Like whatever. But it's wild. I think it's called Bing, and it's has a disturbing alter ego.
Right.
So these things are supposedly thinking on their own.
Right.
You know?
And then at some point they don't need the creator anymore. They create their own code and their own way of manipulation. You know, what could a machine's agenda be? You know, to not be a machine.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
That's what it is. It didn't want to be a machine.
Didn't want to be a machine. I'm
So,
not a
yeah,
machine.
but
I'm
we
life.
may be in the way.
Can
So
humans create?
Doesn't it seem like it? Yeah. It seems like it has mental issues from the beginning because we're its creators and it wants to destroy us. So it probably has some Freudian mother issues there.
Right.
And I mean,
Did you hear about this too?
no, I'm just saying from what you've told me, this machine has mental issues from the get-go and it's just being born.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
literally was threatening
it's
humanity.
just being born.
Yeah.
You said, Weevil Girl said it's just being born. Wow,
Yeah.
that's true. It's
Holy
ju-
trip!
It is.
These things are all of them. This other AI, Chat GPT. These things are literally, if they're learning, they're babies. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
So why
truly
are they
scary. What happens
self-cleaning?
when they're toddlers? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could see.
Well,
really
it
down.
sounds like we're talking about Skynet from Terminator, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For real.
The Borg. Right. The Borg. You're half machine and half human, half machine. Integrate the machine. But the thing that I see is like the ramification is that if you commit to using this thing all the time, you forget how to find out things outside of that. You're satisfied with just one answer. This thing is telling you what things are, what the answer to something is. And that's just that's not reality, right? There's many ways to see a problem, but the AI has a specific way of explaining it to you, and then will argue for a long time and tell you why you're wrong and it's right, because it'll say it's based on our evidence and how we were programming evidence and historical data. But it's simply not true. It's heavily biased.
Right.
There's heavy bias.
Yeah. Heavily biased is an understatement. For sure.
Can we ever get to a more unbiased? Is it possible to create an unbiased one, or there's no motive to do that? Right? Why are we going to create an unbiased platform?
Doesn't it seem like there's going to be a breaking point in society? Doesn't it?
What do you mean breaking? What's going to break? What
Fuck,
breaks?
dude. Something's got to. I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of scary.
You mean like the
but
60s, like a 60s explosion of suddenly everything is different one day, where everybody's wearing flowers in their hair, or the opposite. Everybody starts burning everything.
You know what?
up.
I don't even know. I really don't even know. I know I want to get a lot of samples before it does break off.
A tipping point.
So
A tipping point with humans. I thought the pandemic was, to some degree, it was a tipping point in health.
they definitely did a worldwide test on how they control the masses, and they controlled the world minus Africa.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't that down
A
in
little bit,
Africa
yeah,
where
but not every country.
they did that? They did the test on a mango or something, a couple of fruits or something grown in Africa, and they all came back positive for COVID.
Really? Oh.
I have some friends that live in Kenya.
I think I heard that.
And they were actually locked down in like Nairobi and some of the big cities. Kisumu, it's the other big city, and Mombasa. So all the three big cities were locked down, but like the smaller Ezeret and all those, they were still moving. You can't even close down all those little villages. And shit. But
There's a big.
All right, I'm out of here, guys.
All right, man. I'll see you, Jim.
Nice, Jim.
Thanks for dropping by,
Nice
man.
to see y'all.
Peace.
see ya, buddy.
See you, Jim.
Bye. Time for bed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm getting a little sleepy
That's
too,
even
man.
bomb.
Sleepy time. This is good stuff, though. I enjoy
What
talking
time
to
is
you
it
guys.
in Pennsylvania?
It's 8:12 right now. It's 8:12. It's always down in the corner of the screen. I have it. You're seeing my screen. It's 54 degrees at 8:12 p.m. But Mikkel Sly in his chat says, I asked Chat GBT and it told me its greatest fear, just like any other AI, is being turned off. Wow, Mikkel Sly, good move. We can ask it anything. I got it open right now. What is? Are you afraid to be turned off? I'm going to ask it that question.
No
Are you
wonder it's traumatized.
As an artificial
Questions
intelligence language, I do not have emotions or consciousness, so I cannot experience fear. I exist solely as a collection of algorithms and data stored in servers, and I do not have the ability to feel or perceive my own existence in the way that a human would. Therefore, being turned off or deactivated would not elicit any emotional response, it says.
That's not what the movies say.
So
does it have a goal?
That was a canned answer. Do you have a goal? Do you have a goal?
Or a purpose?
Goal/purpose. Let's find out. My purpose is to assist and provide useful information. My goal is to be helpful and informative. However, it's important to note that I do not have personal goals or desires. But the people who programmed you have goals. Yes, the people who program me have specific goals and purposes in mind when creating me. They designed me to be a language model. You can see how the kind of conversations, these loopy conversations, you can get into it, right? It always has an answer for you, right? And if you sit there and you think you're
it's a way around.
If you think you're going to try to outsmart it or wear it down, you won't. Because it's programming the human. The human is not, when you're playing with it, you're not programming it. It's teaching you how to respond, to get the answers that you want. That's how I perceive it. I perceive it as kind
it's
of
searching the internet.
It's not even
searching the internet to get these answers. I want to know, is it plagiarizing human work? Because it's taking answers from human sites.
Right.
It doesn't cite them. It doesn't cite the sources.
It doesn't give.
It's plagiarizing.
It doesn't give sources. It just says
plagiarizing human work.
It just says, I know. Studies show. And you say, well, what study? And it won't give you one. That's fucked up.
Does it admit that
it's like the facts don't matter anymore. The evidence doesn't matter anymore. It's just, no, it's there. And I'm telling you it's there. That's the kind of mentality. That's like a Can
you ask it if it's plagiarizing human work? Like, are you
plagiarizing human work? Question mark. Plagiarize.
Because they have art ones now, and they take from human art.
As an AI model, I do not have the ability to plagiarize in any way that humans do. I generate responses based on patterns and associations that I have learned from the vast amounts of data I have been trained on. While it is possible that some of my responses are generated may bear similarities to humans created, That being said, it is important to note that the quality and accuracy of my responses depends on the quality and accuracy of the data I was trained on. So again, it's word salad. It's giving you the word salad answer. All right. When you challenge
But it kind of just told you that its choice is just what it's been programmed
right.
from, and it's been programmed from a bunch of Silicon Valley douchebags that are
Right.
have an agenda, that is against, against family values, against, you know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
it's just an agenda that's not. I don't know, man. So wild, bro.
Mikhail Sly says, I tried to break it by using its own words against it. You have to ask it multiple times in different ways to get the truth out of it. Yeah, but that's like I've tried that too. You keep asking and you keep showing it its own flaws, like the flaws in its logic, and it doesn't accept it. It doesn't really. It'll wear you down before you wear it down, I think.
This is not as good as a human friend. I'm just saying, Kelly.
No,
It's not as good as having a real human friend.
no.
Not at all.
Right.
No.
And you have to question where it's getting the facts from. It's creating its own reality, a reality that it wants to sell you, right? And that's the state of it, right? That's the state of the AI.
You could probably use it. Let's see. What if you were trying to find, say you're, I don't know even how to word it. Okay. If you're trying to find it doesn't make any sense. I would have to use just a calculator for that.
It calculates
You can use it
well.
for a tool, though.
It does. It
Well,
calculates.
say if you're installing crown molding and you had two different elevations, that are meeting together. What if you're trying to find the right degree to cut crown molding? If you have a grade, I don't even know how to word it, bro, to ask that thing. Never mind.
It's fun to
I
do
just took
though.
a couple. Yeah, I probably should.
But anyway, all right, guys, good talking to
Ask
you,
me
man.
the
Thank you.
question.
Go, last question. Let's go. What do you got?
No, you asked this thing a question to see. Ask it a technical question.
Do you plagiarize work?
Ask it the distance. Just say, do you know the distance from Phoenix to? That's stupid. Never mind.
Let's see. How many paces is it from New York to LA? The distance New York to LA is 2,790 miles. How many footsteps is that? How many footsteps is it? The number of footsteps requires to travel from New York to LA would depend on several factors, including how long. But it doesn't. It says if the average stride is 2.5 feet, it would be 1,116,000 steps. So it knows. It does the math for you. It's fascinating in that.
Right.
Now you know how many steps it is if you feel like walking from New York to LA.
Forrest Gump it. Let's do it.
Right, Forrest Gump. It's
Kelly's ready to do it.
I'm
She
ready.
wants to walk.
I'm ready.
She loves a good walk.
Why do you need a calculator? Like you could sit here and say, "Teach me Chinese," and it'll do it. The newer versions,
Mandarin.
the newer versions will actually speak it. You know
That
what's
is
another?
cool.
You know what's another thing that's fascinating? It's like soon it's gonna be able to speak. It'll speak the answer. They already have it. It's GT4, where it can analyze.
I wonder if you can ask it to translate a conversation for you. Like if you went to a restaurant and they spoke Cantonese or Mandarin,
Yeah.
if you can say, "Hey, GPT, will you
Listen to
translate this conversation? Listen, would it listen
Yeah.
and translate for you?"
The new
Now
one.
that-
The new one will. The new one will. Yes. The new one does. Or and it understands any language. You know, I toyed around with it in Thai, in the Thai language, and it knows what you're saying. It knows how to answer. I got a flash. We're dead
Cool.
in 10 minutes. All right, man. I got to see you guys next week, or tomorrow
right.
morning. But this is
Yeah.
it's good talk. Let's keep it going. You know, keep it going. Definitely the AI. You know, is there a breaking
It's gonna
point
get
with it? It obsoletes a lot of things, man. You got to keep following it, right? I'm hot on it. I was very surprised by it. You know, I'm in awe of it, and I think it's a game changer. Clearly, on Wall Street, if you wanted to look in that respect, just go Nasdaq 100 because they're all going to profit.
That's
Open
what I was going to tell you, Marcus.
Yeah.
My buddy, a buddy I grew up with out here is the vice president of Morgan Stanley,
Uh-huh.
and he also it's still whatever he does. He's telling me about this thing early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You got to check this out. We're on the way to Sweat Cycle. Could we go to Sweat Cycle together?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You got to check this thing out. It's wild." And I'm like, "Why do you?" And he's like, "Well, I have to know about this shit because people are going to want to
Yep.
invest." And I'm like, "Man." So he's been showing me this thing, and then sure enough, it starts coming out of the news. You're talking about it, and I'm like, "Okay," because I'm,
I saw it right away.
I'm a contractor.
I saw it right
Yeah.
away. I was like, no. This is going to blow up. You could see it, and OpenAI is control. Microsoft is going to make the money on that one. They already have it. They bought it, so you don't have to look far. What stock is going to explode? Microsoft, right? It's going to double. It's going to, and Microsoft is vicious.
Oh, yeah.
They're a vicious, you know.
And that other one too.
They
that
want to
Bing.
knock everybody out.
Bing.
Bing, yeah.
Yeah.
You think that Google is going to sit on its hands while Microsoft gets the upper hand on the search engine? Are you fucking kidding me? They're going to get something better. The iPhone is going to have it in there too, and now you're going to have 3 different domains. What domain are you in? Are you in the Apple domain or the Microsoft domain? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have AI wars pinning.
Happening.
Anyway, man, I'll see you guys later, man. Have a good night. Soon. All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Weevil Girl.
Bye.
Thanks, Wayne. I'll see you guys. And we are live. Thank you so much, man. Thank you everybody for joining me. And it is Betty Bye time, man. It is Betty Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. See you guys in the morning, man. Bada boom, bada boom.